Hello and welcome back to Ship Happens.
So today we've got with us David from Cruising the Cut. David come about 18 months ago to visit, and he's come back to do an update video, haven't you, for your channel?
I have, yes. Just seeing what's happened in 18 months. Have they actually changed anything at all, or have they been sitting here drinking tea?
And what do you think?
Well, there was a lot of tea today, so...
Do you want me to take you down and have a quick look at what we've done?
Yes, please. Oh, wow. That has changed massively. That is so different from how it was. That's extraordinary. That really is. It looks like new. It really does.
It's getting there, isn't it?
That's fantastic. I mean, this was all terrible. No offence, but it was. This was terrible. This is, look at it. It literally looks like new. Oh, that's fantastic.
Do you want to come and see our shiny roof?
Show me a shiny roof. Oh God, it's quite shiny, isn't it?
You need your sunglasses on off of you, don't you?
Blinding. Oh, my word. It really is. You get snow blindness off your roof now. This is all fresh, is it? This is completely...
Yeah. You can walk to the end without falling through now.
Because when I was here last time, and I remember I brought the drone out to take off from here, and you would go, careful, steady, how you go, don't, you know, go further forward. And now I can walk all the way up there.
Go on, do it.
All right, can you jump up and down?
Yeah, go on. Solid.
I wouldn't, he says, as I jump. I'm getting very slight vertigo.
Just don't fall.
I'm the king of the world. That's amazing. That really is. And yet when you turn round and contrast it,
Yeah.
you can really see the difference when you look back at the other bit that hasn't been done. So that is stunning. Really good.
I've got you a present.
Okay, thank you. Oh, do I have to wait till Christmas?
No.
Very light. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Oh, this is fantastic. Seriously, thank you. Oh, wow. I'm going to go very gently with this. Look at that. Genuine certificate of authenticity. It's very hard to say. Oh, that's marvellous, with an actual copper nail. Oh, seriously, is this for me? Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's really nice. And you've planted a tree. Thank you. I haven't brought you anything.
You brought yourself, and that's all that matters.
She said through gritted teeth.
So David makes some absolutely awesome videos on loads of different subjects associated with boats. So if you haven't already, go and check out his channel, Cruising the Cut. Like, subscribe.
Links in the description.
Yeah, links in the description or up there or something. So you were getting good at this. So we have some helpers with us today. We've got Matt here, who is one of our patrons, who's offered some support. So we've got him doing a really rubbish job of scraping all the loose paint off the port side in the engine room, and then hopefully he's going to get it all painted off all nice by the end of the day, aren't you?
Yeah, fingers crossed.
It's not the easiest side to work on because of all the wires, and there's a lot of things in his way, isn't there? So
Walk around then.
getting there.
Right, so today we're going to be doing stringers. So this goes all the way through the bulkhead into the old toilet. So let's go have a look inside the toilet and what we need to deal with in there. Let's count actually, so it's the second stringer down, because you sometimes get a bit lost. So obviously I'm now at a completely different altitude. So here's the original beam shelf. Wasn't this one, it was this one here. Well, this one's actually got an original scarf on it, which... So we're going to have to either join it here, but this web frame is good, so I might actually join it here, so it might come a bit past this one and through to here. But we'll basically cut it off there, then we'll do our assessments later. So that is the one you've just seen from the other side, which is actually really good on the other side, but it's really, really poorly there. So we've got a fixing here, which goes all the way through there, still what it's called. So yeah, but we need to open up the space a little bit, then we can approach it. What we best do is put a drill through it, and then just sort of weaken it with a drill. It won't fall into itself. So this web frame was actually not too bad, but it was split. So I'm kind of guessing it was splits on the original build. Yeah.
Because the actual wood's solid, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're going to come past here because there's actually a crack in this one here, which is just below the exhaust. So I'm not too sure whether that one's cracked because like maybe the heat or the temperature variation of the exhaust. So if we get it past, if we remove this one just past there, and then we can slip the new one in, and then we can then decide where we're going to join it in.
Do you know why I think it's cracked? Because of the dodgy positioning of that copper nail.
Oh yeah, that's not ideal, is it? Right, so we'll just keep taking it out up to there. There she goes. So now we're going to put the water power between the hull and the stringer, and hopefully that'll pull it out. Because all these are rotten here, so it's hopefully just going to come away.
So the nails don't go all the way through the whole planking, do they?
No, they just go into the frame. So, and this one's already away here because we've already changed this frame.
So is it worth putting a cut in it before we porta power it?
Good plan. So yeah, we'll cut it about there. This is away. So now we need to get this out now. This is where the stringer goes through. So I think if we just put the drill through it, then that'll weaken it. And then hopefully she'll just sort of collapse on herself and we can pull her through. But you can just see like the remnants of the nail there. So we'll drill a few sides of the nail and then we might be able to push the nail out. It comes out of here. So we've cleared her out a little bit now, so we'll now go on the other side now and then we'll chop her off and then see if we can approach from that side. Right, so here's our stringer now. As you can see, it's got an original scarf joint in it. But we can't get the bolts out because the bolts go through towards the hull. So we have to at least cut it around here. So I think we may as well come to here and then we can get a nice joint in there then. And we can slip it all the way through and then past this web frame and then join it here. So then we'll get a nice scarf joint cut out, won't we?
Maybe we're okay if we don't look too close into the mirror. Just do as they say and let it all go, flow down the river. Gaslights dimmer bright.
Right, so now we've got a big hole now, right through the bulkhead. You there, Jim? Hang on, let me put this through.
What through? What are you making me touch?
It's okay, it's the banister.
Is that your glory hole?
Yeah.
It's a bit square.
Yeah. Right, so she's all cleaned up, all the bad's out now, so we can now switch to our fresh stock, pre-painted. Already taken the angle. Now I need to use my least favourite tool, is a circular saw, to cut through that. So I know you're filming, but could you just pop your foot on? Oh, you've sort of got it, haven't you?
I like your safety squint.
Colin Fairs. Right, so we've cut it all, beautiful, it's all sanded up. I've just looked at it and thought, we may have a slight technical issue. I don't know whether we're going to get this in the engine room.
Do you know what you might have to do?
I don't know.
You might have to go outside and put it in through the window.
That's a sort of genius idea. How far off are we off going up there?
Couple of inches. Yeah.
This isn't going well. So.
No. No, you're definitely not getting it in.
Oh, hang on, I need like 200mm this end, and then we might be able to start turning.
But if you went outside and got it in through the window,
Oh, that'll go.
I'm trying to get a 3 metre length of wood in through the doesn't work, does it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to pull it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. I just don't want to.
Go on, Matt, go and pull it. Oh!
So it's going, isn't it? It did go. Because we threatened it with Matt.
It was like, oh no, Matt's coming. I'm gonna go in.
Go on then, stick it in, Matt. Go on.
Behind the exhaust or
No, go under.
Into the hole.
We'll film Matt sticking it in.
that way
Yeah,
or that way?
that's it.
Who did the hitting?
Both of us.
Okay. So notice
Shared
like the second lot hitting was harder.
Fuck off. So even though this is mostly a stringer in the engine room, it's actually the first piece of good wood we've put in after the engine room. So yeah, it seems dead strange, like working back here. But it's a bit of a pain in the bum because every time you need something down from the workshop, you've got 2 flights of stairs. Just put an epoxy on my scarf joint. Wait for Simon to give me a bang. Okay, I've spotted some good news.
Go on.
Guess what? There's no ballast in the bilge. No ballast, just a bunch of muck. Oh,
Muck's easier than ballast, though, isn't it?
it is. And no water either.
Isn't it?
No.
That's bad.
It's nice and dry.
Right, so we're going to try something slightly new. Obviously the scarf, what we've done in the past is just copper nailed it, and then obviously let the glue go off, and the glue takes over from what the nail's doing. I was just saying to Gemma, this is not a very good simulation, it's a bit small for this rubbish room. So if we put like a piece of this material, which is our bendy frames, but if we just sort of cut this up, so cut it to the length of this, we put a big bolt through here, a big bolt through there, and a big bolt through the middle, and we'll glue all this in as well, and then it'll be extra strong, won't it?
I think it's definitely over-engineering.
Oh, well, we're going to be bolting it anyway, so all it is the sake of drilling
So
two
you,
more pieces.
you want to make an oak sandwich
Yes!
with oak bread
Yeah, and a bit of epoxy in the middle.
as the filling.
That's the filling, yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Because it's all going to be... You're never going to see any of this, so it doesn't really matter, does it? It's not like a work of art, it's a piece of structural engineering. Obviously it's dead easy to film in here. Cool, so that's all nicely bolted up and glued now, so now I need to switch now to the engine room. You best not be pulling faces. Switch now to the engine room, and got to do the scarf in there, and then we've got to fix it, and then we need to try and fix it to the whole one, don't we?
I need to clean up all that glue oozage.
I'll leave it. It's good. It'll sand off now.
That's better. Shh, don't tell him.
You alright?
How's it going?
Right. Getting into these corner bits behind that pipe's a bit interesting. But yeah, clean them up as best as I can up to
Wow,
where I can see.
the rust. So working on this one.
Yeah.
Are you doing a great job? Well, that's a
I'm
four
not
shot. It's a pain when you're working around all pipes and wires and stuff, isn't it?
Yep. Gotta be flexible.
Your arms are going to be aching by the end of the day holding that above your
Yeah.
head. Cool.
We're getting there.
How white do we think Matt's shirt's going to be by the end of the day?
So I'm going to spend a few minutes contemplating, because obviously we've got the curvature of the hull, and we've got to come up. So we only need to figure out how to cut this scarf on here, but obviously we can't make it short, can we? I can make it slightly too long and then sneak up on it, but
No mistakes, Mr. Robbins.
no mistakes. As you can see here, so obviously this is our good frame, but we've got a gap there, so we could do with like pushing that back against it, which will technically change the length.
Stupid question then. Should we screw the stringer into place before we do the scarf joint? Because then it'll keep it into line where it should be on the hull.
Fantastic idea. Can you hear a boat coming?
I can hear a boat coming.
But we're not actually at the right height here. So we need to allow for the height of that. Does that make sense? That's me with the boat.
Yeah.
Right, I'll give a think and then we're going to figure out a solution, then we'll get back to you. So, I'm just going to put a quick reference there for length. I want to see if it changes. So, what was your idea, Jim?
My idea was to get a piece of wood to push the stringer back into the place that it'll be at. So we can get it in there maybe, and then clamp it to that one to push it back.
Yes, it does. Camera probably can't see it. About 2 mil. Go on, just flex it. Yeah, it is changing. Okay.
So maybe if I just put a little lead on this to shove that down there, and then get a clamp there to keep that held back.
Sound. Right, so she's clamped.
No gap.
No gap. As you can see, the mark is ever so slightly off. So if we just allow a tiny bit more, bit up, and then it should drop in beautifully then, shouldn't it? Right, so what I didn't pay much attention to was around the exhaust here. They're actually clashing ever so slightly. But actually it's a bit away from the hull. It's quite a curvy part of the boat here, so let's try and push it in, but I might have to take a bit out of this here. It sort of clashes with the weld. Nothing that Mr. Grinder can't machine now, innit? Right, so we've marked this out here. This is where, what, a bit of clearance underneath the exhaust. So I'm going to approach it with a very special tool. Special tool is called Mr. Grinder.
Hold on a minute.
Oh.
Have you got any safety spectacles?
No,
So people don't shout at you in the comments.
I don't care. They can shout all they want, but I bet if they've ever used tools on a mask or glasses and a mask, they'll... Great, it's only dust. Right.
You can do your safety squint, can't you?
Yeah.
Stupid question.
It usually is.
While we've got the stringer out of the way,
Yeah.
is it worth cleaning up the exhaust?
Yeah, it
because
can do.
once we put it there, we're not going to be able to, are we? I just add another job to the list.
Okay. What time do you want to go in today? What do you reckon?
Beautiful fit, my dear.
It's even got a little air gap. Yeah, good though.
Well, the exhaust, if we clean the exhaust where the stringer is, and then I need to paint that little divot.
Okay. Right, so there's a slight discrepancy. We're not quite happy with this stringer here, so we're going to put a sister in it. You know what? I like sisters. Makes it strong. And so also the sister's going over this part of the scarf joint here, so it just has more strength on it throughout the hull. I don't know.
Just a shame it's grey and not white.
Oh, probably not.
Oozage. Okay, one sister in and one big massive stringer. What you doing, Matt?
Taping up, ready to spray these.
Wow, they've cleaned up really nice.
Almost see my face in them.
It's such a shame to like hide the copper, isn't it? I love the way it goes all shiny. So Matt is masking up now, and he's gonna pour he's gonna sort the knees out. So he's gonna give them a few coats of zinc, and then they're gonna go to black to match the rest of them. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we might be able to get a bit of white paint on the hull. I say fingers crossed. I don't think we've got many paintbrushes. So I'll have to go and raid the stores.
There's a super long stringer, our scarf in there. We've got some temporary fixings for now until we go outside. So now the last one I need to do is this one here. This one shoots right through this big chunk into the stringer itself. So I've got me copper. I've already pre-drilled it. So now I'm going to fill the hole full of marine sealant and then drive the nail into the stringer. Yep, we've got lots in there. Oh, that's a really good tool. I've actually just used it for the actual purpose it was designed for.
So when I get it wrong,
Palm nailer. Saves like trying to swing it in low tight corners, and you can just shove this in. It's really good.
no.
Right, so that's all dry and ready for Matt to paint it black.
He's taking Matt's glory.
Oh.
No.
Did anybody check what time it was?
Matt, what time is it?
It is.
No.
16:43.
Matt, what time is it?
Paint your boat time?
If he wouldn't have got that, I would have kicked him off the boat. So I told you Matt's t-shirt wouldn't stay white today.
Is the boat's whiter now, isn't it?
Yeah, you clash with the boat now.
Sorry, I'm taking off.
You're all white. Leave it on. So thank you so much for your help today.
Welcome.
It was awesome to have other people here as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For the bruise.
Yeah.
Plenty of them.
What number brews that now?
Oh,
Lost count.
7, 8.
We've kept them very, very hydrated today.
Good tea.
But yeah, so yeah, good day.
Yeah, good day. We've put the stringer in, which has been quite.
And the sister.
And the sister. I've done the painting. Lots and lots of scraping.
Scraping, yeah. Lots
3
of
knees.
scraping for you. Cleaned up knees.
Painted the knees as well.
So it's getting it. We haven't fully painted it because there's still bits that need cleaning up and stuff like that, and we've got loads of wires and stuff in the way. But it's a good base coat of primer for now, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. It looks mint from there.
Yes, it does. So we're off home.
Yep.
Thank you again for all your help. It's awesome. So, quick question: what made you join us on Patreon?
Working on my own boat and looking for advice and how to do things, and saw how you guys were doing stuff, and
Yeah.
so
So there you go. We are always willing to give advice to anyone, especially our patrons who come down and help us and support us.
I don't know whether you get much useful information out of us, though, will they?
Well, we've had a good laugh, haven't we?
Yeah,
today?
yeah.
But Matt's back off to Cyprus, where he lives, at the end of this week. So unfortunately, you're not going to be a regular, bit of a commute, isn't it?
Yes.
But
You guys need to come over to us.
Yeah.
there we go. He's got a boat. We might go
Maybe when Sarinda's finished, we can
sail
swing
over.
by.
Yep.
Right, thank you all for watching.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
next
Cheers.
week.
See you later.
Bye.
Don't just say do me an intro. Hello and welcome to ML 1392, aka Sarinda. Welcome to the continuing. No, we'll start this again.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't done already, as it really helps the channel out. See you all next week.